My guest today is Matt Lowen, and we have something in common. We're both musical. Okay, my last name is Guitar. He is actually musical. Welcome to Small Talk.
Any and all are welcome here to come and chat with me.
Good morning, everyone. Well, it's December 18th, and it's a snowy day here in Chilliwack. I don't know what it's like where you are. Anyway, let's find out where it is for my guest, Matt Lowen. Welcome to the show, Matt.
Glad to be here.
I'm pleased that you're here as well. You're in Victoria, correct?
You bet I am. Yeah.
Did you get a dump of snow?
No, we have that kind of gloomy, windy rain that just weighs on you. The snow is a lot prettier. I wish it was snowing, although it's more convenient not to have snow.
Yeah, it's pretty funny today, actually. Well, not funny, but you know what I'm saying. Anyway,
Sure.
Let's get to your career. It's kind of really fascinating, you know. You talked about being in a band early on, right?
Yeah,
As
sure.
playing the bass, is that correct?
Yeah. They made me. I was in a few bands. They always made me play the bass. I'm a guitar player, but there's a lot of guitar players and not many bass players. So in lieu of not having a bass player, I usually ended up on the bass. And I'm not a great bass player, but I wanted to be in the band, so made it work. And yeah, it was fun. Never worked out or went anywhere, those early bands, but you learn and have fun, right?
Yeah, for sure. So when did you first start getting interested in music to begin with?
Oh, well, from very young, I have a musical family. My extended family always playing German and Russian folk songs at every gathering, and my grandfather played he was a mandolin player, and he was always playing that. So that was early on. And my dad was a musician too, and a guitar player, and my mom plays piano. So it was always around, common story narrative, but you just kind of pick it up. And I took, lessons when I was younger, and then quit lessons because that's what you do.
Yes, exactly.
Right. You never would want to stay with anything.
Yeah.
And so it just kind of naturally, I think it just happened naturally,
Yeah, for sure. No, I know you've had some songs, you've some albums out, right?
Sure. Yeah.
What was your first one? Because I know the fourth one.
Sure.
Was a Pro. Love the name. So what was the first one?
Well, the first one was called Junkie's Bank Account. I was a lot more angsty back maybe 10 years ago when I put that out. So I've changed, throughout the years. That was I've even changed my name about 2 or 3 times for my music. So that was a long time ago, and that was a lot of fun. I had never, I sort of got into songwriting maybe in 2000, just after high school. I was always, I liked to play, but I didn't really fancy myself a songwriter because I had tried to write a song or two, and they were really, really bad. So I thought, well, I'm just not good at this. And then I realized I wasn't good at that. So, but you can't get good at it unless you do it. So I tried, and then the first album, that was where I met Rick, my friend. I think you probably know Rick. So I think we might have lost the audio. I'm not sure there.
I can still hear you.
Oh, okay, perfect. Just kidding. So yeah, we met Rick, and I had never met him before, actually, and I sent him some demos, and I said, hey, I want to make a record. I've never made a record before. And he was like, I don't know. Oh yeah, okay, come over. And then he listened, and he said, oh yeah, that's good. I like it. So we did that, and we've been very good friends ever since. So
I should let the audience know you talk about Rick Gage at Spider Lodge Studio, right? Yeah, and it was he that suggested that I talk to you for coming on the show.
There you go. He's a man of many talents. He's always looking out for me.
Very generous man. I like that. Now, one of the things I think about your music, or your songwriting, I should say, is that you put your feelings into it, right? Your experiences.
You betcha. Yeah, you gotta you got to write what you know, so I mean, I'd like to write about knights and dragons and fairy tales. That's cool too, but I end up just writing sad love songs a lot of the time because that's more my experience. Oh no, it's fine. It's that's what sells. You don't. How many happy love songs you listen to? Not very often, right?
That's true. Yeah, that's true. So what is your genre of music?
Oh, I like to I think I like to call it folk. I think folk, but it would be folk singer songwriter, folk rock. My recorded, like I've done full band. Some of my albums are full band. My second album was kind of more acoustic, but multi-instrumental, and the last one was just. I always wanted to do an album like the early Bob Dylan albums. This kind of was my, that's what I do, is copy what Bob Dylan does. So I thought I had always wanted to do a record that was just me. And I actually did my first ever recording. I had maybe 5 songs, and I went in and Jeff Bonner, Jeff Bonner, yes. He record. I was very, very raw and new at that time, and I thought, I can do it. I'll do it just like Bob Dylan does it. And I went in and he recorded, and the recording was great. Just I wasn't. So that record never really got off the ground. But so that was years and years ago, and I have always wanted. I want to do a record that's just me and holds up for my standards, and felt like I did.
Very good. Because you kind of go back and forth, right? Solo to being in a band, right?
Sure. Yeah. Mostly solo now. I mean, with all the pandemic and everything, it's not easy to not be solo for not just music.
Right. Now, I love the name of that of your 4th album, "The Girl Who Was a Crow." What was that album all about?
Oh well, that's the classic breakup album, pretty much. It's kind of a. Yeah, it's all the songs are pretty much themed. It's not very broad in scope. It's very precise. It's kind of a lost love album, which are a dime a dozen. But I didn't. Well, yeah, I had. That's pretty much all I make. But I needed another one.
You've had some successful songs out there, haven't you?
Oh well, success is relative, I guess. I've had some. They've given me some awards, and I've won a few contests and stuff. But depends. They're successful to me. I haven't been greatly successful in the Michael Jackson successful or anything. But sure.
Right. It's hard to get there, though, isn't it, for most artists?
I think so. Yeah. But I didn't set out to be. I've never intended to be a pop star. I don't. I'm good looking, but not quite good looking enough. So.
But I think if you're doing something you love, that's what matters the most, isn't it?
Definitely. That's why. Why else would you set up a empty page in front of yourself and try and write something good? It's not much fun.
Now, there's at some point you stopped your musical career and went back to school. Was that correct?
Yeah, sure. That was, I gave it the old college try, I guess, or not college try, whatever, pun intended, early on there. And I was getting some gigs and getting some clout and everything. And then it just, I get bored easy, I guess. I got tired of that. So I went to school and did school and until I got bored of that. And,
what did you take?
Oh, I took English. It was all a plan to write better songs,
Right.
So it's might be working.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah. I like it. Yeah. And then you got right back into music, though, when you finished that. Is that right?
Well, I do music. Like music is I will always do music, but I'm not financially supported by music. I sell oranges in a fruit stand. No, I don't sell oranges. I work. I have a job, so I work in I have this set up on a box of mandarin oranges. That's why I thought of that. But no, I work. I'm a working stiff also. So it's all part of the human experience. You know,
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to just do music. I'd be too one-dimensional.
But when you are performing music, is it mostly, do you do only originals?
Yeah, basically. I mean, I might do a cover here and there, but years ago, I would play lots of gigs and I would do, you know, covers and throw in a original here and there. But now at this point in my life, I prefer just to do my own material. You know, I worked hard on it, and I think I only play the good songs. You know, I don't play my bad songs. So.
Right. You at some point, I don't know what year it was, you toured Western Canada.
Oh yeah, went all up, just up to the island and around and stuff. Wanted to see what that was like, and it was kind of it wasn't all it was cracked out to be. It's kind of, yeah. But it was fun. I wanted to do it. I was a younger man then, you know, just driving myself around to a few dive bars around BC. That was pretty fun. But
I think it would be fun, especially for a young person. And
for sure,
you gain all of that experience, right?
exactly. Yeah. You
And
realize.
Yeah, at some point you can sit down and just relive all of that stuff and maybe put it down into words, into music.
That's the only reason I ever do anything, is maybe I might be able to turn it into a song, you know. So that's what people have to keep in mind.
Yeah.
Especially if you date me.
Are you doing any online music right now?
It's been kind of like I did for the first 2020. It just shut down, and I was like, I lost my job. I was worked in the restaurants,
Right.
as many musicians do, and I lost the job, and it wasn't really a good market. Oh well, at least I've lost my restaurant job, but I have music to fall back on. Wasn't really a good strategy, right? So I ended up getting another job, and so for 2020 it was just sort of kind of fell away. The music, I didn't really do much of it at all, and I just went through the pandemic thing, which we're all the people are doing too, and then, you know, January I was, for whatever reason, just filled with the divine source of inspiration to write music again. So I did that for a few months there. That's where the new album came from. But as far as playing online, I think 2022, I'm hoping to start playing around town again. I know there's been some venues opening up and stuff, and online is cool too. But I prefer. I feel like there's something lost in interaction with live music is why I do it. It's more fun, you know.
100%. I totally agree. Whatever you're doing that you normally do in person, right?
For sure. Yeah.
I think that the whole thing though, for me, like, and some people now is with COVID, we're forced to do things online. So Zoom is open.
Oh yes.
Right?
Yeah. No, I know that very well. I work now, it's all online, virtual. I work from home, so it's. I mean, we're doing this interview virtual. Wow, look at practicing what we preach here. So would love to be in person. But
Yes.
This works great too. It works. So we made it work.
You work from home. Now
I do. Yeah.
That takes a certain discipline for a lot of people. Are you that type of person that can discipline yourself?
Well, I am. I mean, to be an artist or a songwriter, you have to have discipline, because you know, nobody cares if you're doing this. Like, there's no one saying, hey, you need to write an album this year. It's only you. You know, I don't have a bunch of shareholders saying, hey, we need those songs by Monday. Have them on our desk. So I do have that. It is harder for work because my work, it's not bad, but it's not really, it doesn't, I'm not saving the world with it. I'm not in love with my, office job. It's fine. I don't mind it, but it isn't why I get up in the morning. Well, it is why I get up in the morning, but
you still have to eat.
Sure. But so the discipline is, I can do it. I don't really like it. I kind of like, it's nice to get up in the morning and get dressed and leave the house, I think, but some people don't think that, but I look forward to doing that again one day.
I'm a person who doesn't need that.
Sure. There, I see. We're all different. So
Yeah, for sure. We're all different. I totally agree. Yeah, so you hopefully for a lot of people, 2022 is going to be a better world. Although we're just hearing some bad news with the new.
well, bad news is a dime a dozen these days. Yeah.
Yeah. But hopefully we can get that, a lid on that pretty soon. Yeah, I just want to thank you again for being on the show. And I just wondering, did you have any songs are you going to be recording any new ones soon?
I'm working on after the record, the new record came out on October 1st. So usually after in my experience of my records, after I work very hard on writing it, and then I record it, and then I do it, and then it comes out, and then I have to sort of for me, I try to be vigilant in my working, but it's hard usually after it falls off. So I'm sort of in the what would you call it, a gestation stage right now. So I'm working. I hope to. Usually you can get some momentum going in the beginning of the year. So hopefully I start writing again, and like to do it again, in a different way, in a different sound, maybe a different theme. Maybe I can write those dragons and wizards and fairy tales music next year.
I like that very much. Do you have a website?
You can just go. I have. I'm on. If you search for Lat Moen, you'll find my Bandcamp. Now all the music's there. I've had websites in the past, but I feel they do it so good. I don't need to pay for it anymore. So yeah, latmoen.bandcamp.com. You can listen to all my music there if you like.
Okay, that's good, because I want to make sure the audience does have a chance to hear this, and link up with that. I just realized, by the way, that you're the last interview before 2022.
Hey, all right.
Yeah, so you and I get to wish everybody happy holidays, Merry Chocolate. I'm a chocolate.
Happy New Year, for sure.
Whatever it is to celebrate. Yeah. I just want to thank the audience for tuning in, and I'm going to include Matt's links. So if you want to listen to his music, purchase his music, purchasing is really nice for the artist. If you do that,
sure is.
It helps them a lot, right? Yeah. And thank you everybody for watching, and peace out, everybody. Have a good new year. See you.
Thank you, Nancy.
Thank you
very much. Thanks, everyone.
So this will air tonight. No, tomorrow.
Okay.
Around 4 o'clock. So I'll send you the link on Messenger if that's okay.
You betcha. Yeah, that'll work fine. I'll share that around. Thank you. That was fun.
Thanks again for doing this. I love artists, and I wish I was musical, but I got it.
You're very creative anyway. You don't have to be musical to be creative. So that's great. Thank you.
Thanks again, and we'll talk to you. Hopefully, we'll talk to you again.
Yeah, for sure. I'm not going anywhere.
Okay,
so
all right.
Yeah, to get
all right.
Okay. Bye-bye.
A sense of community, Chilliwack's a place to be. A sense of community where you're free. Rolling through the mountains, rolling through the valley, rolling through paradise with me. It's multicultural, you're sure to see it all. Chilliwack's the place to be, you'll see. Come party in the park, go dancing after dark. Chilliwack's the place to be, you'll see.